by the time this podcast goes up, if it goes up in time, me and Brandon, you and me are going to be in the process of being LA pieces of shit.
True.
What are you looking forward to doing the most as an LA piece of shit for a weekend?
Oh, jeez. That's a great question. That is an excellent question because there's a lot of good answers. There's a lot of good potential answers here.
Hey. I know.
If I am going to be completely honest, and I don't care how much aura loss I get, the two things where I'm actually kind of stoked for this are the Bond movie at the theater and the tar pits. Like, I don't care how much aura I lose for saying that. Those are kind of my two hype things for vacation, personally.
Yeah.
And bar crawling, and degen drinking after we get back to the hotel room every night.
I was actually looking into medieval times.
Are we doing that?
So
are we doing that now?
No. Base ticket, it's $78 a person. Now, this is very much a kids thing. It's for kids because the kids tickets are $50, which I'm just saying for a show and a meal, me as a parent, I take my fucking 2 kids and my wife to, a show and like an actual like 3-course meal because you get like appetizer.
Yeah.
And then
the bird.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
It is not that bad. But it's like you, me, and the wife. $77 a head.
Not worth.
And
also,
that's
Angels game. I want to see how much I can drink at an Angels game.
Medieval times, that's just a base ticket, Brandon. That does not include dessert.
True.
Okay?
True. Or beers.
I'm going to tell you what the add-ons are. So general admission is dinner and show. No add-on. The royalty upgrade, dinner and show, priority seating, preferred seating access, preferred seating, and VIP status and cheering banner. I don't know what a cheering banner is, but it's probably something you can take home. Celebration upgrade. This is probably for birthdays and shit. You get all of what you get on the royalty upgrade, but you also get a slice of cake and a framed group photo. And then the Queen's royalty upgrade, Brandon, for just $30 more per person, you get the quote-unquote best seats in the house on top of the celebration upgrade.
Victor, I'm seeing on the website, you're missing one here. It's the super duper deluxe tier, and it gets you access to episode 6 of Mom Said It's My Turn on the podcast. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Victor.
And Victor and I are currently we're in vacation mode, I think is safe to say. We're in vacation mode. Yeah. We're going to LA in a couple days. By the time you're listening to this, we will either be in LA or have returned from LA already.
Depending on how long it takes us to edit this. And by us, I mean Brandon.
Yes, truth nuke. Anyways, you can find us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube at Momscast. You can follow us on Jesus Christ, dude. We got too much shit to plug.
Look. Any social media, you just want to check out what the boys are up to, add Momscast. And then if you want to listen to the podcast on your own time, find us as Mom Said It's My Turn, the podcast, on anywhere you can get your podcast.
And if you have something worth emailing us, whether that's, something nice to say, ideally something nice to say, something mean to say, but we would prefer it if it's something nice. If you have Masato pictures to send us, you can send us those at Victor. Please take it away.
At Mom Said It's My Turn podcast at gmail.com.
Ding, ding, ding. Winner. And now that we've gotten all the boring stuff out of the way, let's get our Bevs out. What do you say?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Let's get the Bevs out. So, Brandon, tell me what do you have?
Let me get my Bev out first.
He has a fridge. I don't have a fridge. I have to have my Bevs out in front of me right now. He can keep them in a little cold. I'm telling you guys, soon as we get our first Loot Crate sponsorship, I'm buying a mini fridge. Do you think they still do that? Do you think
Loot
Crate's still a
Crate? Do I
thing?
think Loot Crate is still in business? I don't think they are. Your mom ever let you buy a Loot Crate with her credit card? Because my mom did not, and I was pissed at her.
So I couldn't just buy Loot Crates because they wouldn't come for me on the mail.
They wouldn't ship them to Panama?
Yeah, but I did get like a Loot Crate or two for like different Christmases. It was really fun. I really liked that. You get some fun stuff.
So, back to the question at hand. Today I have a Rocky Mountain Adult Drinks Grape X Lemon plus Elderflower refresher from, what is this? Where is this from? That's a great question. Rocky Mountain Drinks in Lafayette.
You know what? You know what they say, great minds think alike?
Oh, what do you got?
Me personally, I'm also going the Colorado ride because I am rocking with a Juice Force IPA Voodoo Ranger by New Belgium Brewing Co. based out of Fort Collins. Go Rams.
Let's go. Go Rams.
Absolutely. Go.
All right.
Let's get this going.
You want to count it off?
3, 2, 1. Woo! Beautiful.
Mine's not carbonated, so it didn't make a funny noise.
This is a pretty beer.
Mine is very pink again. Mine is very pink again.
This is a very pretty beer.
That's an excellent pour right there. Did you know this guy bartends? This guy bartends.
I do. I'm available for benches. You know where to email us. You know where to find us.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. By the way, I'm just quick disclaimer. During this episode, I will also be drinking Miscellaneous unmarked can a friend gave to me. I just thought it'd be funny to bring it up.
Mystery Bev.
Miscellaneous unmarked can.
Mystery Bev. Mine's kind of nice. Mine is a refresher. It is refreshing.
Very fruity IPA. You know how some people go, oh yeah, this IPA tastes very fruity. Sometimes they're lying. Sometimes they taste like tree bark and pine needles.
Yeah.
This one you can actually taste the fruit in it.
Momscastheads will know my real Momscastheads will know my thoughts on IPAs as a type of beer. And I don't feel the need to restate. So, all right, Momscastheads, you may notice there has been quite a shift in energy between the beer opening and right now. And long story short, that is my bad. Victor and I, low key, I know we say this every time, low key, recorded a generational episode of the podcast. And my OBS stopped recording basically immediately after the beer crack. So the remnants of that episode will be recycled into a YouTube video at some point. In the meantime, I'm sorry. This is going to be a really short episode. Won't happen again. My bad. I learned my lesson. I'm sorry.
I don't think you guys understand. This was some of the funniest shit we have ever recorded. I don't want to spoil too much for the YouTube episode, but I will, whenever this comes out, I would highly recommend you be on the lookout on YouTube for some
top tier content. But we bumped into some stuff in the internet, which did you erase the Audacity?
Yeah, I cleared it already.
That's fine. Which is just gonna have you laughing your ass off. I should have told you to at least save that laughing track, because that was great content. It's holy shit.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad right now. I'm actually so mad right now. Because that was like elite. That was incredible. That was legitimately like an hour of the best shit that we've ever recorded.
I'm like
And
two
I
drinks
didn't have my
in now,
webcam
Brandon. I am not the same man
I know.
I was when we cracked the beer.
I'm not the same man I was when we cracked the beers either. We found a website that we were not supposed to learn about ever.
Do you want to talk about YouTuber merch?
Not again. I'm not strong enough to have this conversation a third time. Oh!
Let this be a lesson to anybody at home that wants to start recording anything. Like, if you want to record anything, make sure you're rolling. Like, make double sure.
Yeah,
rolling.
because I mean, we could have ran it with just your webcam, but like, there was
no, we couldn't.
We could
there was
not
some facial. There was some facial expressions. There was some like reactions that like, oh my god. But still, okay. This is the thing. Shit happens, and the show must go on. Okay, and we
hey, Victor. It's second down. It's second down.
It's second down. We are committed to bringing you an episode a week. So, hey, maybe we already talked about all the shit we want to talk to you guys about.
So, you know what?
But you know what?
We are going to scrape the bottom of this barrel.
Sometimes you have to punt and go on D just so you can get a miraculous interception. Okay? I know this is something I've been wanting to talk about, which is, Brandon, have you gotten a chance to check at the analytics on Spotify?
Yes, I have, Victor. Yes, I have.
Brandon, what are the analytics on Spotify telling us about our audience?
The same thing it usually does. Real Momscastheads know what we are going to say. Hello to our girlies and our thems.
Not even thems. We don't have thems any longer, Brandon. I welcome you to check the chart again. There is no thems.
It's not specified.
Only the girls. There's only the girls.
Predominantly female audience. So if you hello, I don't know how you ended up here, but we're happy you're here.
To you specifically, whoever you are, listening from let me open it over here. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Whoever you are listening to Wamego, Kansas. Welcome to Mom Said It's My Turn on the podcast.
Oh yes. And so with our female audience, I feel like we should target we should throw them a bone once in a while.
We can't always talk about football and college rivalries,
I know we can't always talk about
do you
solving the world's problems with anime girls.
Do you think we have a female audience because we talk about college rivalries and that kind of gets mixed up with like heated rivalries? Do you think that's it?
It could be. I need to read heated rivalries. Okay, you know what I want to talk about?
Now.
You know what we could talk about? Because you and I know for a damn fact that you and I could talk about this for a while.
What? Don't make assumptions about me.
I'm not even making an assumption. I know this is a thing we could talk about for a while. Little website called AO3. Archive of our own.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
Hey! Don't act like you're too good for fan fiction. Don't act like you're too good for fan fiction.
I've never been on that website on my
life. Are you a Wattpad?
Okay,
I don't know.
I don't know the tag style. I don't know the tag style life. I don't have a group chat with people who recommend me Stardew Valley fan fictions because I'm really into an Emily X Shane angst romance. Okay, I don't know anything about that stuff.
Shane, that's a crazy ship. That is a crazy ship. All right, okay. I'm just gonna start rattling some bullshit off, and we'll see where the wind takes us. Shane, worst character in the goddamn game. I mean, Clint's marriable now, so I mean that's gonna be a very close race for worst.
What are you saying about Shane? What do you say about Shane?
I don't like Shane. I don't like him. Don't like the guy.
Fuck you mean you don't like Shane?
I don't like
Shane
the
is
guy.
the best. Shane's the best written character on the whole fucking game.
No, he's not. Get a grip.
He
Get
is.
real. Get real. Get real.
No. Because I'm sorry. Because Jazz is not biologically related to Marty.
I know that.
You know, what are you gonna do if when you're fucking 25 years old, somebody that you really like enough that they make you their child's godfather fucking dies and you have to take care of that child?
I don't know. I was gonna figure that out when you and the wife have a child, and then I miraculously the inheritor of your half of Momscast LLC.
This man
But anyways,
is under so much stress.
Okay, so anyways, I just want to get back to this AO3 shit because I would love to talk about AO3 for our female. Throw our female
Don't
audience
know what
a bone.
you're talking about.
Throw our female audience a bone here.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Throw our female audience a bone. I sat down and in my free time, I found a nice little piece of fan fiction. And it started off...
I'm dyslexic.
It started off as a very nice, wholesome piece of work. It was very nice. I enjoyed it. I was enjoying my time with it. See, my issue is, when you tell me, fluff, you put fluff as your first tag, I'm expecting a fluff piece. I know what I'm getting in for. I'm going to be sitting there, I'm going to be kicking my feet and smiling reading. And so... when I click on your fanfiction and I am invested. I am multiple chapters in. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you're like, this is going to be the most graphic smut that has been put to page. I'm out. I'm sorry. I'm out. I'm not like a Puritan. I'm not like, guys, why are we writing this? No one should be writing.
I'm not going to say I'm not going to say I understand the word you say. But I would agree. I would tend to agree.
Now, personally for me, if it is the opposite, if I have gone into this with the where it's got the E rating on it, and it's like this is gonna be some freaky smut, and then you throw me a fluff chapter, I have no issues with that. I have no issues with that whatsoever.
Disagree. Yeah. That's what I mean. I will never not enjoy a fluff chapter as long as it's the chip I'm rooting for the whole book. Okay?
I will say, one of the more bizarre reads that I've had, because I'm going to be completely honest, a good majority of the Stardew Valley people, normal writers. I have not seen anything like, I've seen a couple. Relative to some other franchises.
Weird as fuck.
Stardew Valley, pretty tame, honestly. Ava, if you want to look at some weird shit...
Bro, it's Ava.
You go into the Ava category.
If you have the main character jerking off to an unconscious supporting character in the canon... What the fuck did you expect you were going to find in the fanfiction?
And in the canon material, the main character's guardian, like legal guardian, soliciting, not even soliciting, it's a bad choice of words, offering herself up. No, she goes in like the second to last episode, or like third to last. It's at the end. It's right before the Kaworu episode.
Right afterwards.
No. It's right. No. It's right before the Kaworu episode, where Misato's like, I know it'll make you feel better, and then she like puts her hand on top of Shinji's, and he like yoinks his hand back. It's like, dude, she was offering to do stuff. There, that is the text.
She was also drunk.
Yes, but that is still. Misato
Absolutely, but it's
offering
Misato
to have,
and she can do no
do
wrong.
things with exactly. That's true. That's my queen. That's my queen. That's my queen. But anyways, so it's like, that is not like subtext. That is the text. So where do you go with fan fiction material? And it goes off the fucking deep end. These people are off their fucking rockers. And also, I will sit there and I will read it. I will sit there and read it, and I will be thinking to myself, yeah, I see where they're coming from with this. I get I see the vision, There has only been one. And perhaps this is too much information for Spotify. But there was one where it was a Shinji x Asuka fic. Except completely. Okay, so here's my thing with Eva fanfictions is you have to completely butcher these characters to have anything resembling a readable fic. And so this fic, the theme, not even the theme, the concept of the fic was, what if Shinji was actually like a Chad alpha this whole time, and Asuka was super submissive? And it was, where are you going? Where are you going? This is good content. No. But anyways, so this fic, the concept of the fic, that was the concept of the fic. And it was so long. It kept going. I feel like I would be reading a chapter for a while. Like I'm scrolling. I get to the end. I go to the next chapter. And I would just do the same thing over and over and over again. And it kept going. This was such a long fic. There were 2 chapters of this fic where it was, what if Shinji took Asuka for a walk like a dog? Two entire chapters dedicated to this concept. And it was not back-to-back part 1 and 2. Not back-to-back part 1 and 2. There was a full chapter of this. And then we had a lot of bullshit. And then it was that chapter, but completely different. Same exact concept. Shinji takes Asuka for a walk like a dog. She's on all fours.
And then you Google some actual shit you want to read. I'm just saying, this is not me, this was a friend.
Say it with your chest, pussy. Say it with your chest.
This is somebody, a friend of Brandon's, commented.
Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest.
Big One Piece guy was interested in a slow burn fluff Nami XBV fanfic, and you can't find anything.
No, exactly.
Okay?
It's I go to the fucking website. I go to the website, and I put in all the tags I need. I'm looking for Emily X player. Fucking nothing. There's fucking nothing. I've read all the fucking things already. I just open the page up. I go to the Stardew Valley part, and it's like, oh, do you want more Shane? It's like, no, I don't want more Shane. Do you want more Abigail?
I always want more Shane.
No, I don't want more Abigail.
This thing, I don't like, no, not me. A friend doesn't like X player. I like reading a story. I don't like being a part of this story. I like reading the story.
See.
Okay, I've never been big into self-inserts. Okay,
I'm not a fan of self. I'm not a fan of self-inserts where it's like X player, where the farmer is like a completely blank slate. When people are like, this is my OC farmer who has like a backstory and like a personality and reacts to events.
I don't care. I don't
personally,
I'm not invested in it.
There was one that I read where it was the farmer has been in jail. The farmer does not move to the farm after working a dead-end corporate job. The farmer was in jail.
I don't care.
I read that shit. I ate that shit.
I am not invested. I am not invested in this character. I am not.
I'm willing to buy in.
I'm invested in the people of Pelican Town.
See, but I'm willing to buy in. I'm willing to buy in. If you're willing to write and you have to write a compelling first chapter. If I get through your first chapter and I think your OC sucks and is boring, I'm done. I'm not reading the rest of it. If you're willing to give me a compelling OC and hook, I'm willing to read what your farmer does to the blue-haired bartender lady.
I'm sorry. If you don't write not Alex. It's Alex, right? The jock. Alex is the jock.
Correct.
If you don't write Alex X Haley, where Alex is struggling with a Brokeback style by curiosity, you're just not writing it right.
No, because low key, that is also the text of the game. That is the text of the game.
I need you to do your due diligence. I don't want your fetishes into it. I don't want your ships into it. You know what I want? I want what's in the game, the canon pairings, and I specifically want Emily X Shane angst. Okay, because Emily is just weird enough that she's always gonna be an outsider to Pelican Town because she doesn't take any drugs, and somehow she's having visions and hallucinations. And Shane is just the best reading character in the whole fucking game.
See,
okay?
I am a big fan of Emily X Farmer stories where the farmer gets a whole chapter to beat the shit out of Clint. I'm a huge fan of those. Because personally, I enjoy reading chapters where Clint snaps and does something weird and then the farmer comes in and beats the shit out of him. I love that.
If your story...
But that's the text! The text! We're on the same page
If I can't picture your Haley talking like Asuka from Neon Genesis Evangelion, if they can't share a voice actor, you're writing her wrong. Haley has to have the most bitchy, grating, absolutely annoying, voice and mental monologue you can write, because she gets redeemed not by being herself, but by learning empathy.
See, I've read one, and it was like a 50 chapter fic, and I'm still waiting because it's at the conclusion. I've been following this fic for a year. We're at the conclusion, and this fic hasn't had a chapter come out since January. January.
This is not my opinion.
Let me pitch you.
This is all a friend of mine that told me this.
Let me pitch you on this. So this fic, it's 50 chapters long. I'm waiting on the conclusion. It's got 2 or 3 chapters left to tie up some loose strings. So Linus shows up dead, and they're trying to figure out who killed Linus.
Good.
And so, spoiler alert for
Linus.
Spoiler alert. Oh, what the hell, man? Spoiler alert for this fan fiction that I'm probably too invested in at this point. It's Lewis. Lewis and Marnie did it. And the pairings, the ship pairings. This is a Abigail X Haley ship.
Whoa.
And a Sebastian X. And it's technically also Sebastian X Alex, but it doesn't really get
basically vanilla.
It doesn't really get anything.
That's basically par for the course.
Yeah, it doesn't really go anywhere. It doesn't really do anything. They have a couple of ooh, are they gonna do something scenes, and then they don't. But it is primarily an Abigail X Haley ship, which is a fascinating read. The farmer is
a fascinating pairing.
The farmer
this is not my opinion.
Present.
This is a friend of mine opinion.
The farmer is present in they are so far in the background. So then also it pivots from a who killed Linus to a apocalypse situation, and it makes sense.
The fuck?
It makes sense as you're reading it. It makes sense.
Going back to what you were saying,
the farmer and the wizard, the farmer and the wizard are trying to stop the apocalypse, and so the farmer is just completely detached from everything. It's the way they speak is uncanny. They're the farmer is weird. in this. And I'm like, that's awesome. That's actually sick as shit.
The thing, you know how I said I don't want like the player / farmer in my story. I would like it if the farmer is. I would like the farmer's POV, because you know what I don't like in my Will They One Days?
What?
Knowing what the Will They One Day is are thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if the farmer is going to, the tavern, after a long day of work, and he sees Emily and Shane, and Emily is going, "Hey Shane, maybe you shouldn't have another Georgia Cola." And Shane goes, "No, I'm fine. 5 little whatever on the walls," right? And the farmer is like, "Oh, there's something here," and he goes like trying to put shit together. That's a good read. I wouldn't know about this, but a friend of mine does really well.
This is a dumb bit. Just say it with your chest. Just say it with your chest, man.
Never.
But no. So it's like, see, I'm kind of the opposite in that, like, for the most part, I like going into it knowing what the pairing is gonna be, because then I don't have to like pick a ship that I like. And then have it be like,
for sure,
it's like I go into a fic and there are like multiple relationship tags. It's like Penny X Farmer, Emily X Farmer, Haley X Farmer, Leah X Farmer, Abigail X Farmer, whatever.
You know what the pairing? You know what the pairing is gonna be, but you don't know how it's going to become. That's what I like.
See, yeah,
I like the becoming.
There was one that I read. At least I'm pretty sure I read it. No, I did read this. It was like a while. It was multiple years ago, so it's like I don't even remember the specifics of it. But it was, so it starts out, it's a Penny X Farmer fic, and then
Beak. That's the only X Farmer ship I like.
No. And then they break up, and then it's an X Emily ship.
Whoa.
I was like
me. That's literally me. That's me.
I was like,
that's me when I play Stardew.
Yo.
When me and Brandon are brothers-in-law in our Stardew Valley save.
We are
brothers-in-law in our Stardew Valley save, because I went for Emily, he went for Haley.
I didn't go for Haley as my first option. We were racing.
He never had a chance because I'm the miner, Brandon's the fisher.
But anyways. So, like, Stardew, I personally am a fan of X-player character, X-farmer. I'm a fan of X-farmer if you can make your farmer, like, interesting. If your farmer can have, like, a personality and is not, like, a blank slate where it's, like, kind of boring to read and it's, like, just kind of supposed to be, like, I'm supposed to project myself onto them, I don't want to read that. Because if I wanted to, like, do that, I would just play the fucking game. I would play the game.
Talking about blank slates, just, like, taking us a little bit off course. I'm a big, not I want to say big. I'm an anime guy. I like watching anime. You know what my guilty pleasure is?
What?
I like watching really, 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 really shitty isekai power fantasies.
I have never watched an isekai show before.
Okay. I am sadly so familiar with the medium that, I recognize the tropes. Like, I know ball, right?
Yeah.
My guilty pleasure is somebody tells me, "Oh, this is a really good isekai. Like, it's good. It's not what you would expect. It's not like mid." I like watching the bad shit, the shit that's poorly written. That it's just like some Japanese guy's like power fantasy that he gets transported into La La Land, La La Land, fucking whatever the fuck with 10 elf girls and a tomboy. And
Dude.
I like watching that because it's really funny.
Isekai series where you do get transported into La La Land and you fall in love with Emma Stone, and then you break up in a horrible, horrible breakup that you think about years later.
And then I'm going to tell you this. This was the funniest thing I've ever watched. Because this was a shit-tiered isekai that was self-aware. Where it was most definitely a revenge power fantasy. But the bit was that this guy had allies. That was 2 categories: the boys or the girls.
Okay.
The boys, the girls were all in love with him, and this guy was a child. Like the guy was like his player avatar was like couldn't be older than fucking 14 years old, right?
Of course. You know, it's weird Japanese cartoon.
The boys were all like the bro type. You know, like, hey,
Was it all
great.
foids? Was it all foids for the girls? Were they all foids?
Yeah.
Evil foids.
It was like, oh, you're doing great, big dog. And then when the girls were acting weird towards the MC, the bros would call them out. The bros would call them out. They were like,
Nice.
Hey, stop taking your shoes off. Like, the master doesn't want to know about your weird food fetish.
Dude, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I like it. It's like every once in a while when you're watching like trash tier isekai, you bump into one of these gems that is like self-aware enough to where you notice it's self-aware, but not self-aware enough to transcend the medium and be good parody.
Yeah.
And that's just the sweet spot that I really like.
Hell yeah. You know what the sweet spot I really like is?
A midroll? Brandon, we got like interesting emails today. I think you're gonna want to read it.
Oh, sure. Let me take a look here. Oh, fuck. No way. Finally. Oh, geez. All right. Subject line for Brandon's eyes only. Hello, Brandon and Victor from Momscast. Specifically, Brandon. I'm writing in. I've had this kicking around on my computer for a while. I was waiting for the podcast to come back. Brandon, I think you'll really enjoy this. It is a Brandon x Misato fan fiction. I hope you enjoy. All right. I think I just got to give this a read. Victor, you want to you want to listen to this?
I guess. I guess I want
right.
into like what the fuck is this?
All right. It was 11:30 at night on a Friday. Brandon had been sitting in the apartment by himself all night. He was quite lonely watching the TV. Suddenly, he heard a noise from outside the door. The footsteps were uneven, almost like a stumbling. He heard the sound of the key scrape against the lock multiple times before finally entering and turning. The door opened and Misato had stumbled in. Her jacket uneven, her lipstick smudged, and she stumbled into the apartment smelling of booze. Brandon turned around and said, "Did you have a nice night?" And Misato opened her mouth and said, Brandon, I need you. I need you to follow at Momscast on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Brandon stood up, his excitement growing. He said, "Yes, of course. Is there anything else you need me to do?" She said, "Come with me to the bedroom." He obliged. In the bedroom, there was barely enough room on the nightstand for Misato's purse. The two got into the bed, and Misato leaned over Brandon and whispered into his ear, "I want you to follow Mom Said It's My Turn on the podcast on Spotify and other podcast platforms." Brandon nodded his head in excitement. He said, "I already do." Misato moaned and said, "I need you to rate the episodes 5 stars and answer the episode polls." Brandon said, "Anything else?" But Misato had already passed out from an exciting night out drinking. Victor, I need to take a break really quickly. I'll be right back, you know? Like I just gotta do some stuff. See, that was like a bit, but like if you actually do write that out, like my only request is that you do include a Momscast plug somewhere in the fan fiction, you know? Like, I would kill for that. You write that fic, I'm there. You email that to us, dare I say, we would read it on the pod if it's not, like, hard explicit.
We would do voices. We would do voices.
Look,
okay?
we have friends who would probably do the Misato voice for us if we asked them nicely enough. I'm just saying.
Anyways.
I'm just saying. Anyways. Sometimes my genius, it frightens me, Victor.
You know what? You know what's the worst thing, Brandon?
What?
It's not even that late.
No, it's really not. Just think, we're gonna be in LA staying up until God knows when. By the time this goes out,
I need you guys to understand. We've been recording for basically 3 hours. Okay, you've only gonna see whatever goes up for the podcast because we lost, I shit you not, like 2 hours worth of footage.
Well, we had like a shit 45 minutes and we were like, nope, we're not doing this. We're not keeping this.
No, again, okay. So we have a rule where sometimes we start recording and we hit the mid-roll and we check. We're like, how are we feeling about what we just recorded? And if the answer is like, this is ass.
Even if this is mid.
Yeah, if this is not if this is not like entertaining enough, we just scrap it. Which, fine. I think any self-respecting podcaster should be doing this. Right? Because it's like, we care enough about our product. We're like, we just want to put out some fun stuff out there for you guys to listen to.
Yep.
Then we lose like an hour and a half worth of footage.
Of some of the best shit we've ever recorded, might I add.
Some of the best shit we've ever recorded. And we have to record over again. And it's like we've been at it for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And it's not even 12 a.m. yet. And I just feel like it's been a day.
Yeah, it feels like I am working a shift right now. Trying to keep it good, but like low key, that mid-roll, I feel like that mid-roll gave me my second wind. I feel like that mid-roll gave me my second wind.
Most definitely. I need to know something. You've never worked behind a bar, right, Brandon?
Correct. I have never worked behind a bar in my life.
I was talking. Okay, so, last weekend or yesterday, I do freelance. I'm a freelancer. Right now, this is my gig. I work a lot of different jobs. Sometimes a bartend, sometimes I'm a tour guide. Sometimes I'm working project management at a production plant. I'm a freelancer, so I do a lot of stuff. But there is something. I don't regularly smoke. I'm not a smoker. There is something about working behind a bar that makes you want to smoke, to have a cigarette in your mouth. I don't know what it is. Okay, I was at an event. I had been working behind the bar for like 2 hours at this point. Some of my friends, I told them to come hang out. Some of them already had tickets for this event. And I bumped into them. And I go, do you have a white? Because in Spanish, un blanco. That's what we call a cigarette. Right? And, I get my cigarette. And I am like, lit cigarette hanging out of my mouth. Manning the bar. Is one of the best experiences you'll ever have in your life. Again, I don't smoke regularly. I don't buy smokes. In my life, I've never bought a pack of cigs. But there is just something that happens when you're standing behind a bar that tells you in your heart of hearts that you need a cigarette.
Dude, this recording session is giving me that feeling. All right, Vic, what else can we do? How else can we throw our girlies and potential thems a bone?
Fuck, I don't know, man. I don't know what you guys are into.
I don't know why you guys listen to us. We don't talk about stuff that you guys want to hear us talk about.
We talk about the stuff that we want to talk about. Okay, an average conversation that me and Brandon have goes like this.
Dude,
no,
she
bro.
bad.
Dude, she bad, but no, bro. You're thinking about it wrong. Right now, you are at about like second and 3 in like the third quarter with about 15 yards to go. So I would just go for it and I would run halfback dive.
Like I don't know why y'all listen to this. I really don't. Not that I'm complaining. I love that you're here. I love that you're here.
Hey, you're here. You're queer. You know, like we're all for it.
Yep.
But this is the thing. This is why we ask for like you guys to like answer the polls and send us emails because we do want to know what the fuck you guys are thinking about. You know what? I want to talk about that one time we went to buy spices.
I was actually about to pivot to that. You're reading my mind. I was about to pivot to that. So for some context, Victor and I, after our first year at CSU, were like, the friend group had imploded. By this point. And it may or may not.
By no fault of mine.
Potentially by some fault of mine. But potentially by some fault of mine.
Not potentially. Most definitely.
It
was like half. It's half your fault. It was most definitely half your fault.
I would argue it was
I
more.
just want you.
I would
I
argue
just
it was more fault. I would argue it was more.
I want to make this clear. Even if it was fully Brandon's fault, I would have stuck with Brandon.
Yeah, I kept Victor in the divorce. But so anyways, our friend group had entirely dissolved, so it was just me and Victor and Natalie.
And the wife. Yeah, the wife.
And the wife. It was just me and Victor and the wife by this point. And so we got to the end of the semester and we were like, we need to celebrate. We need to celebrate this because we survived.
We made it through.
We had survived. We had come out like a phoenix reborn from the ashes. And this was going to be our celebration of that. And we decided we were going to make a nice steak dinner.
Yeah. We went to the supermarket. We bought taters, like the tiny potatoes, and we bought some steaks. And
asparagus. We had asparagus too.
Actually. I almost forgot about that.
Yes. And so we were in the dorms. You don't have a kitchen at all. You have You have no cooking supplies like at all. Like you have a kettle, like you have something to boil water, and you have like noodles, and that's it. And so Victor and I were like, okay, we're heading this operation right now. We need to figure out how to make these steaks nice and tasty. And so we were thinking, and we were like, okay, we need to season the meat. We have to get like spices and stuff. And it's going to be expensive if we have to go buy like spices, because also neither of us are going to have a kitchen next year. We're both dorming next year. I was RAing. Victor was just going to dorm again. And Natalie was also dorming. So we were like, okay, there is no point in buying like a full spice rack worth of stuff to season these steaks up. We need to find a better solution for this.
Yeah, we need to find. I was thinking, let's find like a rub. I was thinking, let's find a all inclusive thing that's gonna get us like kind of what we want. And so me and Ben, let's go. I think I find them on Google. And I go, oh, there's this like spice store in Old Town. Let's go check it out. And This is the thing. CSU to Old Town.
15-minute walk. 15-minute walk, if that.
Right? It's not that bad. So I go like, hey, Brandon, let's just walk. Because, you know, the parking situation is
terrible.
Crazy. And go, okay. And we get there.
And it's like May.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
It's May. The thing. Brandon made the executive choice to wear a rainbow pair of socks. So he was wearing Bermuda shorts, sneakers, and some rainbow socks.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And we walk into this spice store, and it's just me and Brandon. And I start talking to the very nice couple of old white ladies that were running the store. And we're talking about
We're making
how we want to have a steak dinner.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. And so then they start prying. They're like, how long have you two known each other? And we're like, oh, like almost a year. And they're like, oh. And we're like, what? Because I'm not even thinking. I'm not even thinking about what I'm wearing.
We're not clocking it. I didn't clock it. I don't remember what question they made. But it was like a weird.
Oh,
personal.
I could tell you when I clocked why it happened.
I clocked it when they made a weird personalish question, and I looked at you, and then I saw the rainbow socks, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. See, for me, I did not realize this because I think I was actively looking for what we were gonna get.
I've always been the talking head of the friend group. Brandon's not
logistics.
To say Brandon's
I'm logistics.
Brandon's not to say Brandon's not sociable, because Brandon actually made I would say Brandon made more friends in college than I did. Right? I just get to know people very superficially. Brandon is the one that gets to know people. I introduce people. Brandon gets to know people. And it's like, I was talking to these sweet old ladies that were talking to us.
Oh, they were so nice. They were so nice to us.
They were so nice. And I don't know. They asked a weird, personal question that I was like, this is something they would ask Natalie and me. And I look over at Brandon to see, if he's, hearing this. And I noticed the rainbow socks. Because he didn't even have them, tucked in. He had them, all the way up to his fucking calves. I don't know why.
That's just how long the socks were. They were, a bit over ankle height.
Roll them, motherfucker. Roll your socks. You can fold them, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I was not even thinking about this. When I put these on, I was not even thinking about this. I was just
yeah, I'm sorry. I like colors. I like the rainbow too. I'm all the power to the LGBT plus whatever the fuck community. But, I also like the rainbow. Fuck.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, this is a fun pair of socks. This is a fun pair of socks. Also, I think it might have been close to laundry. It was so I was just like, I just need clothes to wear, And so I just have these on. I'm not even thinking. I'm not even thinking as I have these on. And we get
you wouldn't think it. You don't think it because it's not that big of a deal. And then Brandon is in full on. Oh, I'm looking for spices mode while I'm talking to these sweet old ladies. And I don't know when you realized it. When do you realize that they thought we
I realize it as I'm walking out of the store, and you're going, yeah, they were asking me weird questions, and I look down, and I'm wearing them, and I'm like, I have a hunch why. I can make an educated guess as to why they were asking you that. So these old white ladies working at this spice shop in Old Town thought that they were helping a young gay interracial couple prepare a nice steak dinner for their anniversary. And we were just like, oh, because I think they didn't give us any money off of it, did they?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
We did get a pretty good deal on the spices. We didn't really spend that much. Hopefully, that's
I think they might have put a discount.
Hopefully, that's just because they had great prices. Okay.
I think they might have put a discount on it, buddy. Oh, jeez, yeah. But
Again,
that was.
But then again, if you and your best friend, whatever your gender is, have never been perceived as a couple, I don't think that's just best friend. That's just best friend, my guy. I don't think that's it.
See, but then it's like that is the only time that has ever happened, you know?
That's the only time we've been perceived by people that don't know us when we're together.
Yeah,
aside from
what?
like one time we went clubbing. Recommending showdown.
For Ramband?
Yeah.
That night's kind of a haze for me. You might need to elaborate.
No. Aside from that time, that's the only time I think we've ever like talked to people that we don't already know, like as like a unit. Like
because we were talking to people at that bar. Yeah, we were doing that.
Yeah,
that was a funny night because I remember there was a girl at Ramband
with a wing W tattoo,
and I was talking to her. I was talking to her, and I was like, "Oh, I like your tattoo."
No, this is not what happened.
You were in the bathroom for this.
No. You came up to me and you told me, I'm talking to this girl and I don't know if that's a Wonder Woman or Wizard tattoo. I am going to find out. And I went to the bathroom after that.
Okay, so Victor's in the bathroom and I'm like, I'm just going to go do this. Because it was not like, I don't know. It felt like fine to approach just to talk about the tattoo. Like I wasn't, like that was the reason for the conversation.
No, we had already had a little dance circle with their group.
Yeah, we had already interacted with their group. So I went back up and I was like, "Hey, I like your tattoo. Like, what's your tattoo?" And she goes, "It's Wonder Woman." And in the moment, I did not have the heart to tell this girl, "Hey, that's not a Wonder Woman W. That's a Weezer W. That's a Weezer W."
No, that was most definitely a night for me and Brandon.
Oh, that was an awesome night. That was an awesome night because then when we were walking back to my apartment, like 20-minute walk, Victor was like,
I pissed in a bush.
Victor was like, I need to use the bathroom like bad. And I was like, one of the other bars is like right here. We can swing in and use the bathroom.
I genuinely tripped.
We get up to the bouncer. It's like just at midnight, I think. Or maybe it's slightly before midnight, but we're in line. Victor gets up to the bouncer and trips.
It's not even like a drunk trip. I genuinely just like, you know how sometimes when you're walking on the sidewalk and there's one pane of the sidewalk that's just a little bit higher than the one behind it. I generally just trip on the sidewalk because we weren't even that bad. And I granted, I am pissing myself.
So the bouncer is like, no, go away. And we're like, fine. We're not fine. We're not going to fucking argue this. We're like, fine.
Yeah, we're not like, again, we're not like, I just need to get another drunk. I'm like, I'm pissing myself. I need to go somewhere. So we're like, fine, let's find somewhere else. We end up making it back to Brandon's to piss. It was a stretch.
Yeah. And then we kept drinking when we got back. That was a fun night.
It was a great night. I liked it. The thing is that something I realized when we were there is the difference in the approaching people culture when clubbing in the US versus like here in Panama. Granted, I haven't been to a club here in Panama for a few years now. I don't really get the appeal anymore.
Yeah, you have no reason to go. Yeah, you have no reason to go.
Because I don't want to spend money on an Uber. None of the clubs are walking distance from my house. And then again, I also have a girlfriend.
Hey, when I'm there, we'll have a reason to go.
Oh no, when you're there, we'll go to club, and then we'll go to a club, because none of my friends are big club people. Because again, I don't want to pay $5 for a shot.
Yeah.
When I can just have a few shots at home for half the price.
Exactly. And so,
but
oh man, Victor, I'm excited.
None of my friends are
for
big
this
club
vacation.
people. But if we get a clubbing excuse, we're definitely going, right? Again, I'm not driving though, because the thing, I like having my car as an available getaway option, and I tell this to my friends when we're going to the beach. Even if we're taking another car, I go like, I'll just drive my car, and it's like, don't get it twisted. It's not that I don't like you guys. I just like knowing that if I really feel like it, I can just go home.
Yeah, that's why I like going to things that are in walking distance of my place, because then I can just dip. Oh man, Victor, vacation.
We're going on vacation, guys. Me and Brandon are gonna see each other in person for the first time in like a year and 2 years at this point, I think.
Year and a half. You were here in September. Year and a half.
Yeah, year and a half.
Opa.
I'm so excited. I'm genuinely excited. Like for me, in 1, 2, 3, 4, in 4 days, I'm on a plane to go see Brandon.
Yeah, same here. We leave on this. We get in on the same day.
It's gonna be so fun. We will be posting some stuff to the Momscast socials. So
maybe
again,
a video too. Maybe even a video.
Just follow at Momscast on Instagram, specifically Instagram for this one. We have a playlist. We'll share the playlist on eventually if the video comes out. If not, on the next episode after the trip, we're gonna put the playlist. We'll plug it on that podcast too. Well, yeah, it's just gonna be LA pieces of shit. And
LA pieces of shit for like 5 days. It's gonna be awesome.
When this episode's airing, hopefully, I'm not gonna hold Brandon to edit this shit in like 4 days. It takes a little bit of time. We'll be in LA having the best time of our lives, guys.
Yep. All right, bye.